For as long as we've looked up at the night sky, we've wondered, are we alone? The question has echoed across generations, cultures, and continents. But today we ask something even more profound. If extraterrestrial life exists, beings that evolved on distant worlds, could they have beliefs, a moral code, a spiritual framework? In short, do aliens follow a religion? This isn't just idle speculation. It's a question that touches on biology, consciousness, anthropology, and even the nature of the universe itself. What if religion isn't just a human construct, but a cosmic inevitability? In this journey, we'll go beyond sci-fi tropes and explore grounded theories, from astrobiology to comparative theology, about how intelligent life might seek meaning, connection, and even the divine. In this video, we're not just asking what aliens believe. We're exploring what belief itself means in a universe that may be teeming with minds not so different from our own. Before we can talk about alien religion, we need to address a fundamental question. Do aliens even exist? Modern science leans heavily toward yes, not out of fantasy, but probability. Let's break it down. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, has roughly 100 to 400 billion stars. Many of these stars host planetary systems. As of 2025, astronomers have confirmed over 5,500 exoplanets. Dozens of these exist in the so-called Goldilocks zone, where conditions might be just right for life. And that's just one galaxy. The observable universe contains over 2 trillion galaxies. If even a fraction of those harbor planets, and if even a fraction of those planets harbor life, then intelligent life may not just be possible, it may be common. This leads us to the Fermi paradox. If life is so likely, why haven't we seen evidence of it? Are we missing the signs? Are they using technology we don't recognize? Or are intelligent civilizations so rare that we are, for now, alone? Since the 1960s, scientists have been actively listening for signs of alien life. The SETI Institute, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, has utilized massive radio arrays, scanning the skies for unusual patterns or signals that might hint at civilizations beyond Earth. And on rare occasions, we've encountered signals that defy easy explanation. In 1977, the famous WOW signal, a sudden burst of narrowband radio energy, was detected for a fleeting 72 seconds before vanishing without a trace. It never repeated, and to this day, its origin remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of modern astronomy. Then there are the puzzling fast radio bursts. These are intense, millisecond-long pulses of energy from deep space. Some have repeated, most haven't. Some appear to come from billions of light years away. Are they purely natural astrophysical events, or something more deliberate? Meanwhile, humanity has sent messages of its own. Spacecraft like Voyager 1 carry golden records, etched with the sounds, images, and music of Earth, as invitations to any life forms that might discover them. But what if someone is already out there listening? Or stranger still, what if they've already visited? To explore whether aliens might have religion, we first need to ask, why do we? It wasn't a sudden invention. Religion formed gradually, layer by layer. Early humans lived in a world ruled by uncertainty, lightning storms, disease, earthquakes, and they yearned for answers. Their attempts to explain the unexplainable gave birth to myths, which over time matured into organized belief systems. Religion offered more than just explanations. It gave us shared narratives. It encouraged moral conduct. It fostered identity and belonging. And as our brains developed, favoring patterns, causality, and stories, so too did our capacity for spiritual thought. Could something similar happen elsewhere in the universe? If an intelligent alien species faced unpredictable, even hostile surroundings, they too might seek frameworks to interpret their existence. Belief systems that provide structure, meaning, and a sense of order. Their religion might look nothing like ours. It may lack gods entirely. It could be a moral philosophy, a unifying cosmic principle, or a deep scientific reverence for the workings of reality. But the seed, the instinct to seek meaning in a bewildering world, might be something all intelligent life shares. Let's imagine what forms alien spirituality could take, based not on fiction, but on scientific reasoning, evolutionary pressures, and cross-cultural human analogies. Survivalist worship. Imagine a world where storms rage endlessly, or where sunlight is scarce. On such a planet, an intelligent species might not worship a creator deity, but instead venerate survival elements. Water, oxygen, or geothermal heat might not just be resources, they could be sacred. Rituals might revolve around conserving or honoring these essentials. Temples could be built near geothermal vents. Holidays could align with seasonal melt cycles or planetary alignments critical to their life cycles. Cosmic devotion. Consider a species born under a sky of extremes, massive eclipses, pulsar radiation, frequent meteor storms. For them, celestial phenomena wouldn't be abstract. They'd be existential. Such a species might develop a cosmological religion, a deep reverence not for gods as we imagine them, but for the mechanics of the universe. Gravity, entropy, and light might be imbued with sacred meaning, not unlike how early humans saw thunder or eclipses as divine messages. Their sacred texts might be simulations. Their shrines might orbit their suns. They might see astrophysics as a spiritual language, not just a scientific one. Scientific reverence. What if a civilization evolved past myth entirely? What if, instead of inventing gods, they developed religions based on mathematics? This wouldn't be atheism. It would be structural spirituality. Just as some humans find transcendence in the elegance of equations or the symmetry of the natural world, an alien species might view the laws of thermodynamics as sacred commandments. A universal constant like pi might hold ceremonial weight. They may not pray, but they might meditate on quantum coherence or enter ritualistic states using harmonic frequencies that align with their understanding of time or entropy. The ancestor data veneration. On Earth, many cultures honor ancestors. But what happens when your ancestors are uploaded minds or genetically perfected leaders? Alien religions could center on remembering, accessing, or reanimating the wisdom of the past. Digital temples might contain AI simulations of deceased leaders. Pilgrims might seek guidance not from gods, but from archival consciousness. Interactive libraries containing generations of lived memory. Panconscious belief systems. Perhaps the most alien idea is that the self is not separate from the cosmos. On Earth, some mystical traditions already hint at this. Taoism, Advaita Vedanta, or certain branches of Buddhism. For aliens, especially those with collective intelligence or advanced neural networking, spirituality could be a shared experience. What we call individual enlightenment, they might call system harmony. Their entire religion could be built around achieving synchronicity with all living things, a cosmic network, not unlike a spiritual internet. Ancient myths across Earth speak of beings from the skies, but we must tread carefully here. While it's tempting to explain away every strange story with the word alien, such an approach erases the cultural depth of human myth-making. That said, let's ask a deeper question. Why do so many early civilizations imagine divine beings descending from above? Is this simply because the sky is vast and mysterious? Or is it a universal psychological association? Higher beings come from higher places? In Mesopotamia, the Anunnaki. In Mesoamerica, feathered serpents descending from the heavens. In India, flying vimanas. In Greece, Olympus, the mountain of the gods. These are not proof of alien contact, but they are proof of a deep human tendency to associate mystery, power, and the divine with the cosmos. But what if, hypothetically, some ancient experiences were misinterpreted? Not flying saucers or laser beams, but perhaps distant encounters with beings who didn't speak our language, who appeared in dreams, or whose technologies seemed indistinguishable from magic. Still, the question isn't, did aliens build the pyramids? The more intriguing question is, if intelligent aliens ever visited Earth, did they carry spiritual ideas with them? Could interstellar travelers spread philosophy the way humans once spread religion along trade routes? What is consciousness? Some neuroscientists call it an emergent property of complex systems. Some philosophers argue it's the fundamental fabric of the universe. Others believe it's a cosmic accident. If alien civilizations evolved minds, especially minds more advanced than ours, would they develop ideas of self, soul, or spirit? Let's explore three possibilities. Neural spirituality. What if alien brains allow them to access altered states of awareness at will? Not through chemicals, but through biology or willpower. Their religions might be internal, a kind of meditative coding that helps them experience a wider bandwidth of reality. Hive mind theology. If aliens evolved as collective intelligences, their concept of spirit could be group-based. Salvation wouldn't be individual, it would be systemic. Heaven might be harmonic unity. Hell might be dissonance in the collective psyche. Cosmic consciousness. Some thinkers propose that consciousness exists at a quantum level, that it's woven into space-time itself. If aliens discover this truth, their religion might not be about belief at all. It would be about recognition, understanding their place as temporary conduits for a universal awareness. What if alien religion isn't peaceful? Throughout history, belief has been a force behind both unity and conflict. People have found hope through faith, while differing ideologies have shaped the rise and fall of civilizations. Why should aliens be different? Imagine a civilization that sees itself as the chosen species. What happens when they discover us and don't approve? What if we're considered blasphemous by their standards? What if our use of AI or carbon-based biology or even free will violates their sacred code? They might not arrive with weapons. They might arrive with doctrine, seeking to convert, cleanse, or overwrite. And yet the inverse is also possible. Their religion might be built on non-interference, on cosmic patience, on reverence for all life, no matter how strange. Their morality could shame ours, or their zealotry could terrify us. These aren't just abstract ideas. NASA has quietly consulted with theologians, ethicists, and philosophers to consider the spiritual implications of discovering alien life. The Vatican Observatory, one of the oldest astronomical institutions on Earth, actively participates in astrobiological research. Why? Because discovering life beyond Earth would trigger not just scientific debates, but theological crises. Would religions collapse or evolve? Would faith shrink or expand to include alien souls? In many ways, studying alien religion is also studying our own boundaries of faith, tolerance, and imagination. So, do aliens have a religion? We don't know. But the question matters because it forces us to examine the core of what makes us human. We seek answers. We create stories. We find meaning in stars, suffering, and silence. Maybe somewhere out there, another species is doing the same. And maybe, just maybe, the universe isn't just filled with life. Maybe it's filled with wonder.